Welcome. Welcome back to the Did I Ask podcast for episode 2. Sorry, I'm just getting everything ready. I'm a little unprepared right now. Welcome back to the Did I Ask podcast where no, you did in fact not ask. But if you want to, you can comment it down below or follow my socials and send me a DM or comment there. And I may or may not do your content and topic that you want. So, episode 2 is a little different than episode 1. We are going to be focusing on music, mainly the band Dying Fetus, because if you don't know, I will be doing a concert series video on that because I'm going to see them in concert. They are a band I do not know much about. It's not a band that I'm a big fan on. I occasionally listen to some of the style of music. I am a metal head. Well, no, I'm not. I'm not a metal head, but I do listen to metal music. I'm more metalcore and hardcore than I am probably death metal. So Dying Fetus is a little kind of out of that comfort zone, I guess you could say. But so we're gonna learn about them together. If you do not know them, if you do, and any of this information is incorrect or there's stuff that you think I should have added, please let me know, because everything I've pretty much searched myself and some of the content may not be correct or incorrect or is changed. So if you see this book, it's where all my notes are. I will also say a complete side note about this book is you may notice when I hold it up like this that it's backwards and upside down. So when I open this, because I don't think it was printed right, because it's supposed to be CSI, which is the CSI, right? It looks more like a D. But if you go inside, like if you go in here, and I hold it up like this, and hold it close to the camera, so that you guys can see it, it's written the correct way. So I was like, this gotta be like something, like, and I was like, well, I know one thing is that paper inside of books, the top part of it is supposed to be bigger for like your title, whatever. And so I was like, okay, like maybe the inside's printed wrong, the outside's correct. Yeah, no, the outside, everything's been put in this book wrong. So shout out my school for that. It's quite entertaining. Even this little like white thing that holds your page is not the right way. That's fun. But anyways, we will move on to the actual topic, which is Dying Fetus. So Dying Fetus, as I said, is a death metal band. They are classified as other kind of genres, but I'm going to stick with death metal because it's the easiest for me to remember. Dying Fetus was formed in 1991 in Maryland, US of A. And so there's only one sole remaining member from the original lineup, really, which is John Gallagher. God, I hate not knowing how to pronounce things, and I should have searched this up. So that is my fault. But yeah, he's the sole remaining member, and according to him, the band name was in fact intended to be controversial and offensive, because obviously Dying Fetus. We all know how some people's thoughts are on that. So they are currently signed to the label Relapse, from what I could find, and they released their first album in 1996. So my brother wasn't even born then, to put into perspective on how young we are. My brother was born in 1999, so he still technically gets the 90s baby on the very cuff. I get the 2003, early 2000s, so I miss out on, I feel, quite a lot. But the current lineup for Dying Fetus is John, Sean, and Trey. So John Gallagher, he's on guitar and vocals. Sean Beasley's on bass and vocals, and then Trey Williams is on drums. So I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, they did start as a 3 to 4 piece band and then have kind of really continued to be more 3-piece than anything. They do have about 9 past members that were involved with the band either on tour or in studio recordings. And they also have 9 studio albums. So the first one was Purification Through Violence, which was released in 1996. And then they had in 1998 Killing on Adrenaline. 2000 they had Destroying the Opposition, which is these, I'm not gonna lie, the album titles are really, really cool. I quite like the way that they're like named. Going into 2003, the year that I was born, they had released War of Attrition. I feel so bad. I should have looked this up. I'm gonna get called out for this. I'm so sorry. No, that's not even the right fucking year. War of Attrition was 2007. 2003 was Stop at Nothing. I can't fucking read. I'm so sorry. 2009, they released Descent into, this word looks familiar, but it looks like deprivity. We're moving past this. Reign Supreme was released in 2012. Wrong One to Fuck With was released in 2017. So we're getting into the recent years, the less than 10 years. So yeah, less than 10 years. And then their most recent album was released in 2023, which is the one they're on tour with, which is Make Them Beg for Death. They have one compilation album, which was released in 1995, which is Infatuation with Malevolence is what I'm going to go with. I want to acknowledge the fact that it is malevolence. I don't know why my brain decided to read it as 2 words instead of 1 word, and it's a word that I know, obviously. So yeah, I'm trying to say malevolence, not male violence, not whatever the fuck I'm trying to say, is malevolence. When I seen it, I thought it said male violence. Maybe it is male violence, who knows? We're learning, people. And I have one video album, which is Killing on Live, which was released in 2002. Oh yeah, because I tried to write 2002 and then I wrote 202. So yeah, and then there's a blank page because I thought I was flipping the page correctly. I did not. So continuing with Dying Fetus, in 2019 they were featured on South Park, which I think is pretty cool. Seeing like bands and whatnot being featured and like having bits on like South Park and like The Simpsons and all that is quite entertaining, because like I don't know, there's something about it when they like play on the shows and you see them as like the characters, you're like, what the fuck. So yeah, they were featured on Band in China in 2019, and then their Instagram is Dying Fetus Official. But yeah, that's mainly like, that's all I really know about them. Like, I'm looking at the audio recording and it looks like it's not. It looks strange. Hopefully this audio is being recorded correctly. If you don't know, all my other recordings, I was not recording correctly. I was recording in stereo instead of mono, so it was all on the left side. So I promise you it was not your stuff, it was me. So I've kind of fixed all that. But yeah, learning about Dying Fetus was pretty interesting. Obviously, not a lot of content. It's not as long as some of the other ones, maybe for like artist features. Like I said before, it's not necessarily my cup of tea, but I wanted to learn a little bit about them, because me buying tickets for Dying Fetus was not intended for me. That's why I don't know much about them. That's why I'm trying to learn, because now I'm going by myself. The person I was supposed to go with, we ended up not keeping our relationship. We mutually could not agree on becoming friends again, so we are going separately. From what I know, for all I know, he could decide not to, but I do have plans on still going, because it's a concert. It's a new experience. It's a genre of music that I've not seen live yet, so hopefully I can portray it on video for you quite well and do it justice and do my lack of knowledge justice by going to the show and letting you guys know kind of like what a death metal show is like. I'll talk about the openers because they seem pretty cool. Yeah. So thanks for joining for episode 2 of the Did I Ask podcast. If you wish to request a topic or anything like that, follow me on socials. The link is in the bio through Linktree. You can comment down below if you have any suggestions, if you have anything related to Dying Fetus or want to talk about them. Absolutely go to comments. Let me know if I got anything wrong. I know pronunciation was definitely wrong on a good amount of things, so I deeply apologize for that. I'm gonna own up to it now before you guys are like coming for my throat, which you might already. I don't blame you. So yeah, subscribe, turn on notifications. There's a lot more videos that are set to come. I'm doing a bunch of pre-recording and editing this weekend after the show. So I hope to see you soon on a new video. Comment down below, subscribe, turn on notifications, like, dislike, yell at me in the comments, whatever. Follow me on socials. As for that, I've been Mute, also known as Willow. Thank you for joining me for the Did I Ask podcast. Goodbye.